Bang, bang! Welcome to the Cloudy and Rowdy podcast, you bad motherfuckers. Thanks for blazing in and being a strong part of the motherfucking Easter Army. You know what I'm saying? Made it another week, not in jail, out here giving it hell. You know what I'm saying? So, one of those motherfucking days. Scrambling a little bit, I gotta go to Vegas tomorrow, so I got the van in the parking lot next door, doing laundry and shit. Finished my laundry just about 20 minutes before the show, multitasking and shit. Hello. And I got Jim Beam back this week behind the ones and twos.
What's up? Good to be back.
He back from Kentucky.
What? I was ready to be back when I was getting on the airplane that head to Kentucky.
You was already ready to be back.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I landed and it was 2 days of rain, and then it finally got nice when I was leaving.
Right.
And then I landed here and it was like
it's
fucking 50 degrees. Freezing, guys. It was like 55 probably. Way too cold for LA.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
The Tasmanian Albanian. Making his usual appearance and shit.
I got other things to do, but you guys pay well over here, so.
It's funny because Mitch lives here and shit.
He does.
It's like he's back in his room. He's like, I hear a loud shit. It's probably Easter doing his podcast. I'm gonna go out there.
It depends on the day.
Yeah, the day. Yeah. If it's Saturday in the middle of the day and he hears loud shit, he knows it's me.
If it's Sunday and then Marty rented this place out. So somebody could do like a clown workshop.
They're in there with accordions and shit.
Somebody can sell acting lessons for $9,000 a piece, and one person shows up.
Oh my god! An actor who doesn't have work giving acting lessons.
Welcome to Marty's.
Let me show you how I almost got booked. You know what pissed me off, man, is that I canceled my LA casting thing because they overwhelmingly send emails, and I think it's my fault because they give you this big list of shit. They ask you, it basically says, can you do this? And
you clicked all the tags.
All this shit.
So every time there's anything you
because I can basically do a lot of shit because it asks you like this. It don't just ask you, are you an expert? Like, can you, it says, are you poor, good, expert, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty good at a lot
Now,
of
listen,
shit.
I took a class where they had like commercial agents come in and answer people's questions. They said you should not put expert unless, like, for basketball, if you went and tried out for the NBA and you were gonna make it, but then you were like, fuck it, I want to be an actor instead. If that's what you did, you put expert. But they're like, if you were the best in your high school, okay. They're like, they want professional level.
Yeah, for you could probably mark like construction, because like if you're in the background of some shit, you can make it look like you're actually doing something.
I could do
just
expert.
not hitting a 2x4 with a
but they were like,
over and over.
Yeah, they were like swimming. If you put expert, you were gonna go for the Olympic trials or something.
Oh, okay. They wanted that.
They wanted, and they go.
I mean, I could put. I was gonna say I could almost put expert for basketball. I didn't go to the college level or anything like that. But I mean, there was I'm just now not being able to dunk at 37 years old because of a rolled ankle. I mean, I've been dunking my whole life, so I could have just faked it. I could have put expert and went in there and on a fast break and dunked on their ass as a white guy, and they'd be like, "Oh, an expert," you know what I'm saying? Because my handles are expert.
But that's the thing; they're not gonna check your credentials. But if they send you out to an audition where, like, that Nike commercial,
if they would have sent me to a basketball audition, I would have held my own, if not shined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could have easily picked expert on that. But I did go through a lot of that shit and click it because, like even juggling. I put poor because I can fucking juggle 3 balls all day. I can throw a ball at you and you catch it and throw it back, and I can continue my juggle. So I can do a little something with juggling. I can't juggle 4 things. I can't juggle fucking sticks.
So you want to put novice on pretty much everything.
Novice. So yeah, I clicked a bunch of shit.
But if you put expert, they're gonna tailor those emails that you get to
it had nothing to do with the expert shit. It had everything to do with me clicking on a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Can you do this? Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you do this? pretty good. You do that, I'm alright. You know, like I went through the shit. I think I clicked too much shit. Anyway, people, I had over 7,000 fucking emails from these people. So
in 5 days.
I mean, yeah, that shit happens quick. Yeah, that shit happens quick. And
well, that doesn't only happen in this city, though.
so luckily I caught the email, or it sent me a text through my phone where they were gonna rebill me the $15, and I told them no. And so then, since I did that, I was going through my shit the other night, found where I fucking missed an audition for a commercial. I cast a call for a commercial. I pulled the picture up. The motherfucker looked exactly like me with no freckles. They were like, if you could look similar to this picture, you know? I was like, fuck, man, I was so fucking mad. Me or Finn, you know? It was like, he looked just like me or Finn. Either one of us could have got that commercial.
No, you and Finn look like you could be. Like, Finn's like the crazy cousin that got you to rob a bank with him, and that turns out to be a funny movie.
Like 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Yeah, you guys are like related enough looking.
Right.
It's like you got like your moms or sisters.
We could play cousins or some shit. Yeah. Speaking of cousins, I went and seen Black Panther. I'm not gonna give away a lot of.
What does that have to do with cousins?
Because he was
That's what I was just.
He's Black Panther's cousin, motherfuckers. The bad guy in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah, and
I was like, I thought they were brothers.
And I'm not gonna give away. I'm not gonna give away a lot of the movie because Jim, you want to hit it?
Yeah.
And because I know a lot of people probably ain't seen it yet, and but that was my favorite part of the movie when he came in, proved himself, and then like once they realized, oh shit, he really is one of us. He was like, hey auntie. I was like, I was the only one in the theater that laughed because I was watching it with a bunch of white people. I hate to say it like that, but it's the goddamn truth. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, hey auntie, and I was like, and no one else did anything. I was like, oh shit. I kind of looked around like, y'all would understand if you was from the hood more, bitch.
I was talking to this Mexican dude at work, and everybody was talking about it. And I was like, nah, I haven't seen it. Everybody like gave me shit for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like, Roberto, did you see it? He's like, nah, man, I just haven't gotten around to it. They're like, oh, okay. It's just like, if you're white, you're a racist because you didn't see it. If you're black, like you're Uncle Tom because you didn't see it. But if you're Mexican, it's like, nah, I didn't catch it. Like, all right, next.
All right, cool. Nah, it was damn good though. I mean, I liked it, man.
I heard it was really good.
I thought Michael B. Jordan,
superhero movie.
I think he stole the show. A lot of people say the women did, but I think he's one of the fucking realest villains yet, dog. He was a bad motherfucker in this. He comes in the motherfucker a badass. He goes out a badass, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
I do like that. Does he die like when he's like, I'll give you one more chance? And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
I like
he stayed real with that shit. He stayed real.
I hate that at the end of movies when it's like, please pull me up. I'll do anything. It's like you just like the head just had a gun to your head and then you just pull him up.
And now you're pulling you up.
It's like no, it's just like no, I had a gun to your head. Fucking drop me, bro.
Yeah, that's the movie I'm waiting on. Is that scene and the dude goes, you just had a gun to my head, bitch. That would be the best fucking, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, just pull me up. Come on, man. Motherfucker, you just had a gun to my head.
Oh, I would do one of those things where I'm like,
holla!
dropping the spit out of my mouth and I keep sucking it back up. So hold him off the cliff.
Just Chinese torturing.
No, I'll probably see it eventually. Whenever it gets on fucking HBO or Netflix. It won't go to Netflix. Avengers, that goes to Netflix, but Wonder Woman went to HBO. If it's got a cause, people will get the
What? Wonder Woman went to HBO?
Yeah.
So it's not ever going to be on Netflix?
No, it probably will be, but I'm saying like first streaming rights, it's on demand and all that shit, but like out of like the Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, all that shit, it went to HBO first.
Of course it did. That's a badass movie too, though. You know.
It was alright, but it has that same shit where it's like, it's just a made up place in the middle of nowhere. It's like, it's protected by storms.
I mean, that's all
by the gods.
That's all comic book shit, though.
No, that's why I like Batman, because his shit's practical. He's like, no, I'm a millionaire. I'm just going to build a fucking lair in this cave.
Yeah, but Gotham City's still fake.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit's fake. They all get their own little made up shit. I think all that shit's neat. I think that them people who write that shit are very creative to have each superhero city kind of reflect what they do and where they're at and all kind of weird shit like that. It's very.
Well, it's like this.
They do a good job at that.
The city makes the hero, which I always thought was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Superman wouldn't be in Gotham. He'd be a different kind of guy because it's a harder city. So you gotta be like, no, I'm a vigilante. I'm gonna show up at the docks at 2 a.m. and just bust some Union guys.
Well, the way the motherfuckers do shit in Gotham, Superman would end up having to kill motherfuckers, and he don't like to. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd have to use them laser eyes to protect the bitch one day. You know.
But also, Metropolis seems more like New York. It's like it's always like if it's not like a Martian or something fighting Superman, it's always like Lex Luthor. It's like business corruption or like espionage. But like Batman is like just dealing with like the mob.
It's just always criminals.
Yeah.
Batman deals with mainly criminals, and that's because the storyline was set up that his parents were killed by a criminal. You know, so he's more of like a
Out for justice.
Yeah, out for justice vigilante.
Is that Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, it's probably Steven Seagal. It was one of them motherfuckers that kick trees.
Somewhere between 92 and 96.
You know?
Those guys made too many movies that sounded like that exact same title.
Yeah, I'm just kind of winging it on this episode. I really didn't have much. The only thing Jim Beam texted me was me about when I was telling y'all that story that my mom told me the other day about
that was
somebody she knew.
Yeah.
Somebody she knew. They fucking they invited her to a funeral / wedding. It was a funeral.
What?
It was a funeral where
I've never heard about.
Where the woman who died was in a wedding dress in the casket.
So they were dating and then she died, but he wanted to marry her anyway?
No, they were married and they was like gonna, I guess, since she died,
Renewed their vows.
it was their last time they renewed their vows type thing. Like, and he was dressed in his.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And so I
It's just confusing. I don't know where my heart. If I show up to that event, I don't even know. I'm like, should I be crying?
So much shit happened.
What color do I wear?
I wish that. So my mom's with
You give a toast or a roast.
My mom's with my nanny and everybody today because I talked to her earlier. I wish she was by herself so I could have had her like call in or something like that and tell this story. You know, like call in maybe to Jim's phone or something because she can tell you all kind of wild shit that happened at this funeral / wedding thing. Like just the people, you can imagine the people who put it on, what type of people they were. They were from South Carolina. She told me that the dude,
my kind of people.
The groom / husband of the deceased told my mom, she told him after the wedding, she said, hey, this was a very nice thing you did, you know, just trying to be nice, you know? And he goes, yeah, he goes, I'm not worried about it, you know, I'll see her in a couple days, you know, probably as a rabbit or a squirrel, you know, over there in the bushes.
Just eating carrots.
He said it just like that. She said he said it just like that and just stopped, like, you know, over there in the bushes.
Yeah. This was like
just matter of fact in the motherfucker.
Yeah, my mom's family does that too. My sister, her older sister died, my aunt Elizabeth. They do that thing where it's like, well, she'll appear to us sooner or later. It's like she's not gone. It's like she'll come to us as a ghost eventually.
What's crazy about that whole thing is the fact that reincarnation of someone in South Carolina believes reincarnation over the good Lord's taking her to heaven, her spirit will be around. He's like, no, she'll be reincarnated.
No, he believed in the Lord's. I think he worded it like, you know, the good Lord will send her back as a rabbit or a squirrel or something.
No, but that's the thing. It's like he doesn't have, like he's a Christian, but he can still believe in like karma and like resurrection, a lot of that Eastern shit because he's got his own faith. He believes in the universe, Mother Gaia, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah, it was.
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna see her as a little bunny rabbit and die or something.
It was the funniest shit. To hear my mom actually like be funny telling the story was great too because she could struggle telling stories, but it was so funny to me, man. It was just and that's like unique as fuck. I need to get all the details from my mom so I can write it down. That would be easy. That could be an easy sketch. To just make people be like, holy shit. Especially you have all the characters all redneck and shit, and they're fucking, oh God, my wife, you're my beautiful bride. You know, instead of fucking Paul Bears, they have ring bears.
Dude, I'm still trying to imagine like the atmosphere. It's like an open casket.
And she was in a wedding dress. And he was in his tux.
So did they abide?
They did their vows. They
renewed like the bride side and the groom side.
He renewed his vows.
Well, he renewed his vows, and
I'm gonna get this translated into bunny rabbit. So when she comes around in a couple of days, she can nibble on a carrot. Give her side of the vows.
I wonder if the preacher was certified, right? Don't they have to have like a certain person marry you and renew your vows.
Did the
You have to be ordained.
Different than the person that
It's like 20
marries
bucks
you.
online.
The
but
court,
all,
yeah.
You need a certificate.
He probably got all those certificates.
Yeah, it's like it's not like you have to become a welder or something.
Right, yeah,
but
he's got them wrong.
But yeah, you can get online.
What were you saying right before we started about the death penalty? You guys were.
Oh, we've been arguing.
Yeah,
for 2
I
days
heard you guys going about
what's
that. Yeah.
what would you rather do? Take life in prison or a death penalty? And I keep saying death penalty because I've been, and like I say, a lot of motherfuckers say they would take life because. You're like, oh, well, you get to live. You're still living, and shit could turn around, and shit could do this, and it's like, but it could also go the other way, bro.
For sure.
It could be very not fun.
I'm either gonna become like Nelson Mandela or a shot caller.
And no, the thing that people don't understand
Or a
is,
bitch.
the thing that people don't understand is, I know they've heard me talk about all the fun I had in prison, but I was in prison work camp. It's a completely different animal. And if you do something to deserve life, you gonna be in there with them other motherfuckers that did something to deserve life. So it ain't gonna be no fucking easy road. It's gonna be horrible. Then let's say you shank about 7 of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You're just a straight up Spartan warrior survivor. They're gonna have to isolate you, put you in PC. That shit sucks.
Even if you like find your own peace and you're like, all right, I'm doing life and like try to like turn yourself into some type of character, maybe write a book or something, get a law degree, be like, I'm in here for life. When you do that, you're still surrounded by like 80 dudes who haven't made that peace.
And it's just
And they got nothing to lose.
Oh,
they're like, I'm here for life. What am I gonna add? Another life sentence to my 4 life sentences?
And that's exactly how they think. That's exactly how they think. And so, and then you gotta eat that shitty food the rest of your life. You gotta smell other people's shit the rest of your life. Man, it's just horrible. Then you get told when and what the fuck to do. It's bullshit.
I'd be like Steve Zahn in National Security. Just
And-
punch
and-
his CO in the
Okay,
face every
people want to
second.
bring up the fact that you can have TVs, you can have this and that. Okay, yeah, you can in some prisons.
Yeah.
Some prisons don't allow it. And if you shank 6, 7 motherfuckers, they always have the right to come in and take anything and everything out your motherfucking cell.
Yeah.
The only thing they can't take is your mail. That's federal shit. Like they legally can't take your mail unless they find out and can prove that people's been sending you shit through the mail.
Yeah.
Fucking with the mail or something like that. Or you're like threatening motherfuckers through the mail.
So you're saying I gotta get famous before I get out.
But I would
Get a little special treatment.
I would much rather just be like, take me out, bro. And as fast as you can do it too. I don't want to be in the prison for 5 years, 10 years, waiting to be killed. That sucks. You know what I'm saying? But if they could fucking send me through the fast lane, hello.
So if I know you don't get a pick, but if you could have your pick, how would you go out with like the execution? Chair, lethal injection,
Great question.
gas chamber, shot.
Shots.
Like if you were like in overseas prison, they might put you against the wall and shoot. Like
No, there's still 4 states that have firing squad.
for real?
Yeah.
Texas.
It's like Idaho, Utah, Texas.
I would like lethal injection.
Would that be?
I think Utah still hangs people too.
Because that's probably
Or they're allowed to.
Because you probably fucking go on a hell of a fucking ride before you take off. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's just boom, boom, boom. There's like 3 of them that go in, one after the other.
Well, no, one is forgive me, but I think one is like they fill your body with it, and then this next stage activates it.
Because doesn't
So
some
the
people
first
have
one-
like seizures and heart
Yeah,
attacks?
no,
during
the
it?
first one's a tranquilizer. It freezes your whole body, it paralyzes you, and then it's the next stage fills you with your bloodstream, and then the next one is like a catalyst for the second stage.
Cool.
Don't
So
you
it's
hate
like-
how
it's
you
like
can't just look something up simply like that? You see how you tried to look that up and it
Yeah.
brought up 50 fucking different things?
articles, yeah.
Google, get your shit together, you stupid motherfuckers. All we wanted to
The
know
stages
was
of
the
lethal
stages of the lethal injection. It brought up, is it painful? Is it this? Is it that? Do they suck dick before they go? Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Gas chamber, that's gnarly.
How lethal injection works. We know how it works. It goes in, it kills you. It goes in, the end. Motherfucker, hello?
That's probably a great article. We just don't have time
Well,
on here.
I mean,
fucking
yeah.
side note though, I read that Google's now gonna start doing the stories that you see on like Instagram and Snapchat.
Uh-huh.
So like if I Googled lethal injection, if there was any like CNN story, we would probably see it.
Let me tell you something
What's
I
that?
know for a fact, okay? I don't believe in conspiracies and all that dumb shit. They drive me crazy. But some people were talking about the phones listening and shit the other day, and I know that I pretty much got a little bit of proof that these phones listen because
They do, 100%.
when I first got my van, I bought this red gas can, okay? And it's a real fancy fucking gas can with the with the fancy nozzle. You know, it's like it's supposed to be smell proof and spill proof.
Oh, where you gotta like twist it and then it pushes
yeah,
down.
it's got those jagged things on the thing and it clips.
That shit's stupid.
I hate that motherfucker. Trust me, it is the wrong gas can to buy. So I was on the phone.
You gotta fix that lip.
Not once did I ever look up red gas can on Google, eBay, anything, because I know where to get one. It's not a fucking brain science. You go to the AutoZone or you go to a Walmart to the fucking
gas station,
car section. Yeah, you can get a fucking gas can. So I'm on the phone with my buddy Ken, and I'm telling him, I'm complaining about this fucking gas can, how hard it is to get that rigid ass cap off, and how it still fucking spills because you gotta pull the tube through the thing and click it onto the rubber, and then by the time you do all these fucking steps, you stupid fucks. Oh, and you have to, it was one of those where when you're pouring it over, you have to pull up on the fucking spout.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, there's a lip on it that has to like catch on the edge of your tank.
Like it's a goddamn nail gun or something, you know what I'm saying? And then that thing just sprays gas every fucking where, so it's not spill proof, you stupid fucks, you know? So I'm sitting there complaining about this goddamn gas can, talking about how I should have just got the cheap $9.99 motherfucker that everybody knows. You twist the goddamn nozzle in and you turn it upside down and the motherfucker comes out. You know, if it's not coming out, guess what you did? Oh, I forgot to plug this little rubber thing on the back. You know, simple shit. 1 + 1 equals easy, you stupid motherfuckers. All right, so I'm complaining about that shit, and then we keep talking about other shit. I hang up. Fucking like a day goes by. It was like the next morning I wake up and I'm strolling through Facebook, and it was one of those little squares where you can click through and they're like, what you might be interested in. Fucking eBay. It was a picture of a red gas can. It was like what you may want to know or something. Picture of a red gas can on sale on eBay. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't look that shit up, but this phone knows that I'm mad about my goddamn gas can. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's constantly listening, dude. This happens all the time. Once a week, some level of that happens to me where you're like, I'm just talking about it with my friends, and then you go to Google and like, before you type anything in, one of the recommended things, what you were talking about yesterday.
Oh shit, y'all heard the stage creak and the fucking camera move. It's Pam, Pam, Pam! Bang, bang, bang!
There was
What'd you do, dude? There was only one mic. What the fuck you do? I don't know, man.
He picked the wire up and snatched the mic right out of it.
Is this working? I didn't notice that the fucking mic wasn't right there. I swear to Jehovah. Seriously.
Hey man, listen, we're 31 episodes in.
That was a lot of steps.
We have a little bit of snags, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, hello?
Hello.
There was a third mic on the stage after all. Hell yeah.
How you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
How you doing?
You look like you were,
I just walked a block and a half, so it was like, it's pretty tough.
Really?
on the weekends around Marty's, it's hard to find parking because people park around here and they go to Runyon Canyon with their fucking little shitty dogs and their beautiful yoga shorts.
Oh, dude. I don't know the spot of it right now. Just like, I just turn over and watch this girls in yoga pants just walk by.
Oh, yeah, that is the one perk of living in a van.
Yeah.
Sometimes
they can't see me.
They can't see us, yeah. They can't.
Don't say it like that.
I've had bitches stop in front of my van. I've had bitches stop in front of my van and like do their hair and shit and fuck with their shorts and their pussy just beaming through them yoga shorts. I'm just sitting in there like.
I love it when they turn around and lift the yoga shorts up and like just check their ass out.
Yeah,
before they
want to check their ass out before they go. I'm like, thanks. That was
seriously wow.
Shit, I was gonna go to the gym. I'm about to run.
Gosh, you think perverts would really like catch on to this van thing, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure perverts beat you to the van thing.
What?
Dude, did you see? Were those kids still out there banging their skateboards on the rocks?
No, there was no.
Oh my god, hilarious! I'm glad you remember that.
Trying to hit the skate like the rocks off?
Yeah. Okay, so I know y'all heard us for months complain about the homeless people. So finally,
the homeless people are gone is the reason there's more hot chicks in there.
The city of LA, good look. Finally, fucking, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say this name because I tortured this man for a couple months on Twitter. Good job, Mitch O'Farrell. I want to believe it was you.
Fuck you, bro.
I want to believe it was you.
You're ashamed to Mitchells everywhere.
Nah, this motherfucker.
You didn't do shit. Go hand out fucking Uncle John's ready meals.
Nah, he did. He replied to a bunch of my tweets, and I'm pretty sure he had something to do with it.
Some sort of city council member or something?
Oh yeah, because
I
tweeted him one day, and he told me that he wasn't. He goes, he tweeted back, "That ain't my district." get in touch with the person who is or something. And I was like, so I tweeted back, even if it ain't, I'm pretty sure you know who is, fucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, common sense. 1 + 1 = get your fucking job done. You know what I'm saying? So finally they got rid of the motherfuckers and they made like this concrete slant all the way down in front of the fucking sidewalk with these irrigation pipes. So if they was to come back and put their tents up, the fucking water's gonna rush out into them anyway. They're not gonna wanna be there. Then, to stop them from like getting on that concrete wall, they put all these big rocks, right? Well, before they put the rocks, it was just a nice, smooth, slanted concrete thing all the way down the street, and them skateboarders were fucking loving it. They were coming down the sidewalk, slamming up on it, click, click, pow, 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 doing all kind of shit, you know? Now these motherfuckers came back and they done put big ass rocks all down that concrete wall, and so they can't do one trick, you know what I'm saying? So Mitch was like, we hear all this banging, Mitch comes in, he's like, these motherfuckers are down there with their skateboards trying to break rocks that are in concrete with a fucking skateboard truck.
Well, great.
Why do skateboarders think that their skateboard is just like, can fucking do anything?
No, that's what
it's the trucks. It's the truck. That's
yeah. It's steel, but yeah, no. But I think they actually, because I thought they cut those rocks in half. They halved all the rocks and then put them on flat surface so they can just epoxy them or adhere them to the concrete.
Yeah.
But when he started smashing that one, it started turning into dust. I think they just like cast those rocks out of plaster and shit. So they might not even be real stones, and this dude might have a fucking plan.
Nah, I think that there's over 100 of them.
Oh, for sure.
But
they just want, so you see, because they were bashing the ones like 20 feet up the road, and as soon as they realized like, oh, these things are in there, they went down to the corner, just so they can get a little hip off.
Yeah, they just want that corner so they can click off. But me and Mitch was out there giving them hell. Mitch was like, hey, you almost got it, dude, keep going.
I've got a chisel and a fucking sledgehammer. I could like just show them how to just get rid of
Fuck
that.
Them. So I've been skating too, but I'm like,
skateboarding, they're not doing anything.
no, but also if you're a part of the neighborhood, like those kids that skate in front of the donut shop.
Parks.
Nah, fuck that. I like skating on the street, but these people aren't even like around enough to know that those rocks have been there for 3 days. It's like, that's just disrespect.
Yeah.
I can give a shit. I hope you break your fucking skateboard.
True. Usually they're just little pieces of shit.
See, that's the thing about Vegas, man. The people who designed it are so smart. Every park has a skating area.
Yeah.
So them kids, they don't need to be...
because that city's relatively new.
Yeah, they don't need to be out fucking around behind the casino or somewhere. They can go to the fucking park and rail slide.
Well, that's the thing.
They got swimming pool looking shit. They got everything, dude. They make skate parks and basketball courts and tennis courts and soccer fields all over Vegas for families.
Well, they're building them that way now, but like, because Vegas is like, they started building that shit in like the 80s. So like Henderson, so it's like, yeah, skateboarding was already at that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now it's like, we got to take out one of the softball fields and put in a skate park in like an existing place.
Yeah, there's a lot of baseball fields out there and shit.
It's part of the planning. Now, like when I was a kid, they spent like a decade trying to save up the money for the skate park that went in like 5-10 years ago. Like,
shout out Ollie Mountain, Ashby, California. Just saved my life in 7th grade.
Red that skate park really just taught me how to like feel like.
Shouts out to the woods. The woods. Shouts out to the woods at the end of my neighborhood in Liberty Heights, across Georgia. I mean, all I had to do was ride down to the end of Hillside Drive, and I'd be fucking. There was railroad tracks. There was fucking huge clay hills. There was fucking a creek with a rock where you could smoke reefer and fuck bitches. There was everything. An old abandoned cemetery. There was fucking, dude, this place called Hell Hill where fucking people on dirt bikes would fucking, and like you get almost to the top and either your bike can make it or you fuck up. And then you see them trying to back down it, boom, and fall and shit. My dad's dumbass, he fell coming down Hell's Hill. He didn't make it all the way, and he had beers in his jacket, and he fell and like cracked 2 ribs on the Budweiser. That's just the fucking life we live back there, huh? Liberty Heights.
That was the cool thing about like smaller communities. Like in my town, we had a shit ton of like places where like you go BMX riding and shit. Like kids just bring shovels from their parents' house and just like build 10-foot tall like fucking jumps and stuff. So many kids. I knew a kid that actually had like one of his testicles torn off.
Oh
yeah, he was like that. He was like that one poor kid, but like so he had a BMX bike with no fucking seat. It's just No seat, and like the pole still, and just landed right on it.
Like the version.
Oh.
Did you guys ever?
I'm imagining his nut going in the hole of the pole and just getting ripped off.
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, it just went and took out like half of the
Like a
sack.
hole in one.
Oh God.
Kids, once again, don't do that.
How old were you when you first like made the one and only time mistake of hitting the front brakes? Like going down the hill. I remember being like 7 and doing that and flying, and I think I got knocked out because I remember just like, it's very vague at this point, but never again do you do it. But
yeah, no, it was a one-time thing, and then you learn how to do what's called an endo.
Yeah,
You start trying to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And you start fucking wiping out trying to do those and shit.
I was going downhill, like I was probably around like 10.
Yeah.
And fucking, we didn't have front brakes, but the back brakes were fucked up too, so I just shoved my foot in the goddamn front tire, just because I was too young and still knew the BMX to like stand up and put my leg on the back.
Right.
Fucking slamming face first, getting
Broke
like
your
half.
fucking foot probably too. Probably rolled the show.
No, like everything.
Yeah, you roll your ankle walking.
Yeah, I rolled my ankle walking.
That shit ripped your ankle off and reattached it. It was so
popped it in and out. Nah, but like, yeah, it was just like, all I remember is just crying for like a few hours. I was still so young.
My dad, here's another genius move my dad pulls. So he, Liberty Heights we had a house, and then people would just pull up and be like, Diddy, Easter or whatever, because my dad, he did a little bit of dibbing and dabbing back then. So people would come through the house. And plus we had this big fire pit in the backyard, so at night, motherfuckers would be back there. They'd have a fire going, they'd be drinking, they'd be smoking, right? And one day he was putting a front tire on my bike, and then I guess Al Roebuck or somebody pulls up, and they get to talking, smoking a joint, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Dad, is my bike done? He goes, yeah, boy, go. So I grab it and I pop and I flipped it over. The fucking front tire stayed on. I flipped it over and I'm like, hell yeah, I take off out the yard and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm coming down the hill and I see everybody at the bottom of the hill and they got a ramp made and the shit. And they're like, yeah, hit it. And I'm like, yeah, boop, 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 boom. I look over and there's my front tire. I was like, oh, it fucking sucked.
It's like having, they literally call it a fork.
Yeah,
it's gonna dig in and just launch your ass.
Yeah, that shit forked and I went flying, and like both of my forearms and the chin, I was like,
oh, see, that happened to me once when I was 4 years old. I went off like a 100-foot jump. My front wheel came off. I just landed in a wheelie. It looked really cool.
No, I was good at jumping around.
Every time I've landed a trick, I've always fucked up right afterwards. Like the first time I ever landed on my back tire, it looked like it was gonna be a wheelie, slammed on my fucking back of my head.
Did you ever drop in on the bike?
Oh no, I was too much of a pussy.
Oh, there's a swimming pool?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, on a half pipe.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
I
a bicycle.
wasn't,
I used to do it skates and a skateboard, but
I was too poor to know anybody with a half pipe. I mean,
a bike is the easiest.
fuck no, man.
On a half pipe?
Whew, that's.
It's so scary because you're like,
yeah, you can easily go over the handlebar.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever even attempted to drop in with the bicycle.
Oh man.
Well, I'm never on like a mega ramp, but like a mini pipe at a
Even a quarter pipe, yeah. Well, like a little launch ramp, yeah. But a quarter pipe, that's still like 4 or 5 feet.
Dude, X Games was just too soon, and I mean, X Games happened too late in my life because my buddy Michael was first to get a dirt bike, and I went down there one day. He had it up on he had this big ass wooden porch that his dad had built, and so let's see, it was probably like the lowest part of that porch was this high off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like this high off the ground. So when you went down to the steps, you had to walk up like 8 to 10 steps to go up there and knock on his front door. You know what I'm saying? And then he had that big ass wide wooden country down south porch. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have no railing on his or nothing because they had a bunch of trees down there and it stayed shaded. So he just had this big open porch area. It was really nice. And they had just finished doing something to the dirt bike and they had it up on that porch. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, it was crunk and it was fucking sitting there idling, you know. And Kenny, rest in peace, was like, all right, Michael.
Rest in peace, Kenny.
He goes, all right, Michael, you can take it. Y'all can take this thing out, you know, be careful with it, you know, blah, blah, blah. I jumped on that motherfucker, and I hit the edge of that porch, and fucking gassed it, and it popped the wheelie, and I popped right off the edge of that porch, son. And I landed, boom. Took off, and I came back, you know, and I was like, Kenny was like, don't you do no more shit like that, you could have broke your neck. And Michael was going, fucking awesome! Did you know you could do that? I was like, fuck no, bro, I just tried. He was like, let's go try some more shit. His dad was like, don't y'all be trying no more shit like that. Michael was already on the back, we were out. I was the first one to jump that bike. There was this big ass pile of clay mud down at the bottom that some like dump company had dumped down there illegally. And it just over the years it just turned into this smooth ass like clay hill that
tabletop.
Yeah, like we ride our bikes, we jump our bikes, we jumped it on our bikes 100 times. But like the adults would jump the motorcycles and like ride the motorcycles over it. So they'd already like spun a root in it and shit. And fucking I was the first one, dog. Fucking dude, I remember I was so high I almost jumped off the motorcycle. Because you don't get, it was higher than my bike.
Starting to come down.
It was higher than my BMX I'd ever gotten. You know what I'm saying?
No, I've had that feeling.
Yeah.
When you like instinctually you kick the bike away.
Yeah.
I was that close to doing it, but I remembered in my brain, my dad had just told me like a couple days before, number one rule, boy, keep your foot on them pegs.
Keep them motherfucker between your legs.
Keep
on foot on the pegs, between your legs.
Yeah, between your legs, foot on the pegs. Exactly. He was. You know, my dad will get drunk and stoned and just try and just bury shit in your brain. You know, repeat shit, right? And so fucking that was one of the things. You know, just a couple of days before he had been burying that in my brain, and so I was this close to bailing, and I heard between your legs, foot on the peg, and I just stayed on that motherfucker.
Just slow motion in the air. Your dad is an angel.
Right? Yeah.
Foot on the peg.
You ain't first, you last. And when I landed though,
Did you hold it?
Dude, yeah, barely. I landed like this, and then the muffler started burning my leg. I was jump off, but I pretty much landed it. I mean, for the first jump, but I didn't expect. I shouldn't have been on the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like I was. So when I landed, it was just like that shit launched me off. I was like, oh fuck.
What was the rhyme though? Like feet in the cleat and seat on the heat. There's something to it. He's like,
Put on your pegs between your legs.
Yeah, don't fall.
Don't fall. That's the only thing. 1 + 1 equals don't fall.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Foot on the. That actually makes sense because your feet on the cleat. Like the cleat is like the peg.
The cleat on the peg.
A cleat is a word, like your baseball cleat.
And then seat on the heat.
Seat on the heat. Yeah, that's actually just like a great motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's like that stupid shit.
It's like a that was Kyle Henson, everybody. Y'all know him. Some of y'all hate him. Hello? Fuck Kyle.
Confucius say, "Who wants to go on beer run?"
There's no chatters today. No fucking love today. Fuck, man. Easter Army.
What's happening, guys?
Where y'all at? Wakanda or some shit?
Did you tweet it?
I don't like that I look like a little boy.
I'm not blaming y'all. I didn't fucking, I was trying to charge my phone, you know, because I didn't know you had that little device.
It's new.
And I was, so I didn't tweet or post anything. I did a little Instagram story thing out of my van a while ago when I was doing laundry, and I was like, hey, motherfuckers. Cloudy and Rowdy, 4:30.
Yeah.
7:30 live.
I actually got the notification in my van, and I was just like lying there doing jack shit, and I'm like, I was like, Easter something. Then I saw Mitch climb on, I was watching it, and I was like, I should put my pants on and fucking go.
Oh, yeah. You see how that shit works out?
I should put some pants on. Hey, Pam, just put pants on.
That's how you do things if you put your pants on, man.
That's how all the way live this shit is in LA. Hello, that motherfucker was watching in his van with his dick in his hand.
Interrupted some good weird
Put on
porn.
some pants and came in, man. Hello.
I know how Easter loves having a show hijacked, so I just want to give it up to Jim Beam for always upgrading this shit. There's new shit every single time. We got a monitor, battery extenders, fucking different hijacks for all sorts of. Oh, through the butt, you got it. Oh!
Professionalism.
Thanks for pitching in for that drum set too, Easter. That was great.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know, I try to keep it. I try to keep entertainment in the house at all costs.
We're competing for the #1 live podcast in the world.
Who are you against?
Joe Rogan experience.
Kill Tony. I think it's
Oh yeah, kill phony.
My face is like. Kyle always plays Sweden. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's there every Monday signing up? So bitch.
Fucking going to Vegas tomorrow, cocksuckers.
Oh, damn.
The Sahara Lounge. I had to book a room at the Hooters Casino. But the Stratosphere, man, they was like, I didn't know that they did the resort fee per day. That's some bullshit, you
How
know?
much is it, like $20 a day or something?
$32 a day.
What's that?
That's $64 a weekend, buddy.
Oh, no, if you try to go on the weekend, it's way more.
That's $4,292 a fortnight.
We're getting a Sunday. We're doing Sunday through Tuesday type shit.
Like,
So I just
where are you
booked-
staying?
So I just booked my shit at
That's Awards Day. They couldn't give you a break for Jesus?
$131, cocksuckers, just for those 2 days. And then, you know, so when y'all motherfuckers want comics to go on the road and shit, hello, remember. You know? Because let's say I would have, let's say I didn't, you say, well, Easter, you got the Van of Life, you stupid fuck, why don't you take that? Okay, let's say I did take that. It would be at least, what do you think, Pam?
4 hours
for
each
your
way.
$80
for your van, yeah, I'd say
$80 to
$80
get there in gas.
Yeah,
$80 just
But
to get there.
that's
That's me lowballing it.
Find a spot to park it.
Alright, then I have to find a spot to park
I'm
and
gonna
able to
follow it
sleep
right
at
now.
night because Vegas don't play that shit. Alright, then I have to drive to both venues and do my comedy show. You know what I'm saying? And then drive back. Just the drive there and the drive back's $160.
And
I'm already $30 more than these fucking rooms right here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
But
I'm
you
saying?
add all the food.
So how you
and
get
all
out
that
there?
Shit, like,
I'm riding with Ron Bush, who's luckily his company rents him, is gonna rent the car. You know, he's renting through his company. You know, and then we're riding out there.
Write that shit off.
And then,
Tax season, bitch. We out here.
then we both had to book our own rooms and shit. So you know, hey, I think he chose Hooters too because the Stratosphere wanted 147.
Are they close to each other?
Our
Like
rooms,
Rip
you
and
know,
Rose?
you don't know till you get there.
No, you know what I mean? From the Stratosphere to,
No, Hooters is actually going to be closer to the venue we're doing because the venue we're doing is off the Sahara. The Sahara Lounge is off the East Sahara.
oh, okay.
And Hooters is on Flamingo. So
We're Tupac.
I think I almost remember the layout of the land in Vegas. I think it's like Tropicana, Flamingo, either Sahara then Desert Inn or Desert Inn then Sahara.
They're
The
close.
Desert
Something like that,
Inn
they're
is
all
still
close.
standing?
Desert Inn is a road in Vegas that goes from one end to the other, and it'll always be.
Hey, fuck around and end up in the wrong spot in Vegas. You're far from where you're trying to be. Like,
Oh yeah, because you know why? Them roads go from one end to another. So you can be all the way in East Vegas and still be on Tropicana or something, or like on Durango or something, one of those roads that go east and west. You can still be on Durango, but you're used to being on the Durango over on the 215 side of the game, on the west side. But you way the fuck over towards East Side Cannery, you're like, oh, well, I'm at Durango. Why can't I find my house? Motherfucker, you far from home if you over there on that Durango. Yeah, and by the way, you don't want to stop and talk to no females over there because the cops will come right up behind you like, whoop, trying to pick this young lady up. What? Do you know her? Motherfucker, no. She walking with half her ass out. I was stopping to see what she giving some pussy. I wasn't gonna buy it. You know?
I might have raped her.
you know, ain't nothing but.
I mean, if the price is
I'm just seeing she have layaway.
if the price is right, you know, if the price is right, call me Bob Barker, motherfucker. Hello.
When I went to Vegas, I just remember my legs being so tired, and I was like, why am I so tired right now? Oh yeah, because everywhere in between casinos is like 5 football fields. There's a huge lake that they throw fountains in the air. You gotta fucking walk
Just
on
to
a
keep you
sky
entertained.
bridge.
No, but that's the thing is you're so entertained you don't realize you
Yeah.
walked 8 miles.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. Vegas is so big. That's true.
But also you're not just walking down the strip, you're like walking upstairs to like a catwalk to go to see the fucking Madame Tussauds. Fucking you're walking around the mall inside Caesar's Palace.
Yeah,
You
it's,
get
it's
lost
crazy.
inside of Planet Hollywood and end up a track star.
That's a good place to get lost in though. I love the theme of that fucking place.
What you got to figure out is that there's a couple of casinos that are all connected. Okay, like when you're down on
like
the
Mob Connected.
no, when you're down on the when you're down on the south. When you're down on the south end, it's like Circus, some other shitty casino, and some other shitty casino. They're all 3 connected. You can walk from one casino to the other without ever going outside. They got like breezeways that connect them. All right, and then when you're down on the other end, it's like the Luxor, New York, and some other one.
Aladdin?
Something like that. They're all connected because there's like this little tram that'll take you across over there and shit. So you stay around in that's 3 casinos you can fuck around in without having to get in the Vegas sun. That's daytime shit to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At night, you don't mind being outside walking around because the sun ain't blasting your fucking
Well,
face.
they also know they're connected. So it's like, if you book a room, when you get comped, they'll put you in a restaurant in the other casino.
Yeah.
And shit, so to get you to travel around because you'll spend more money.
Well, I don't even fuck with Vegas in the daytime. It's ugly.
Yeah.
You're better. The casinos are
Oh,
so
I love
nice.
it. Vegas in the morning, dude.
The
If you're still out at like 6 a.m., people trying to figure out where their room is. When people like just got out of
That's
a
a
weird
different
strip
kind of
club.
ugly. Yeah, I'm talking about when it's not lit up and it's just.
Oh, it's just like guys picking up trash.
No, it's just tan and browns and shitty colors. It's just a shitty looking city.
Well, it's
in the
also
daytime.
like that
It's
styrofoam.
got those
You
lights
know,
and
it's
shit
just a
on
bunch of stucco bullshit
They
everywhere.
spray that bead foam and then just like make it look like it's a molding and then just paint it.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit. So the casinos are so nice on the inside for a reason, because in the daytime, that's where you want to stay. You want to stay inside in that AC. You know, Caesar's Palace has a fake sky if you want to fucking see the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And then when the night hits and the
Turns into
fucking
the
lights
night
come on,
sky.
yeah, when the lights come on, now the city is pretty. Hello, and it's time to be out there.
Or is it
That shit is
just
dope.
overkill?
I found myself not knowing what time it is and still going someplace that's like, it's like 9 a.m. on a Tuesday.
It doesn't matter out there.
Yeah.
Well, those places are designed for
Yeah.
Asians pretty exclusively.
I've never
Dude,
been to Vegas.
I'll tell you this, bringing that up, I was at the Stratosphere one time, and I had a room, and I went somewhere, and when I came back, there was a line from the elevator. I was like, hundreds of Asians. I was like,
What?
Yeah, I went and got a worker. I said, what's going on?
Yeah,
What?
Vegas.
I was like, dude, I have a room. I was like, I'm just trying to get to my room. He goes, yeah, they're all going to their room too, man. He goes, they bring them in on buses.
Yeah.
And he goes, they're all going to their room. I was like, so I have to get in this line? He was like, yeah.
Take that stairwell, son.
Fuck that.
You're on
49 floors.
No, I was only on like the 5th or 7th or some dumb shit. Because the Strat, people think that you stay
Right,
in the
numbers.
needle, but you don't. There's no rooms
There's
in
a
that
big
thing.
base.
You stay, if you look at the Strat, it's got the needle and then these two wide things underneath it, and those are the rooms. Yeah, so you don't stay in that.
How hilarious it would be if the Stratosphere was just that one building. They just have like nine
Oh.
rooms on the 51st floor. Well, it'd be the first floor, but it's just 9,000 feet in the air. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the place is on fire.
Thank God we got this roller coaster.
Then we'll go out having fun.
No, that shit that I would do is they have that thing on the Stratosphere now where it puts you in the harness and you jump off the building.
Oh, I'd love
and it
to
just
do that.
suspends you, so you just fall at like 40 miles an hour until.
No, there's
you
two
hit the ground.
cables that you're actually connected. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's these two fucking aircraft cables.
You
and-
free fall will come to a slow
Yeah, you free
and
fall
then
and they
just land
kind
on
of
the ground.
they kind of squeeze them down at the end, and you just kind of
That sounds dope.
you just kind of float down, bro.
I would land like fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. I've always said I would land like
Superhero pose. Like Blade.
yeah.
No, motherfuckers fucked up.
Every trip you go back to Vegas.
But I tell you what, I would never ride, and I can't believe people get on that thing. Is they got this thing? It's like a big arm-looking thing.
Oh, yeah,
And people
just
get in it on the
swings
top.
you.
Yeah, and it swings you over to the ledge. It goes, and then it goes, and just stops. And then kind of slides back all slow, and then goes yeek 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 yeek. Oh, I'm like,
Dude,
what
it
the
is-
fuck?
Everyone's like, ah!
If that thing lets go, peace.
No, it's also
It's not surviving, man.
like LA. They have that thing where you can take the slide at the US Bank building. It's just like a giant plexiglass slide. It'll take
You
you
go from,
like,
like,
down like 4
the
stories.
70th
top
floor
of
to
the
the
building.
68th on the slide.
What?
On the outside of the building.
It's glass.
Oh, that's scary.
No, but it's cool because there's like an observatory too, so you can look out. It's like, but it's still LA, so you can see buildings in every direction. But when you're in the stratosphere, you're like, oh, Las Vegas is this big. You're just like, yeah.
That's the beauty of it, man. Living there is great, bro. I miss living there. There's no traffic. Dude, I remember going out sometimes. I remember coming back from comedy shows sometimes in the middle of the night and being the only fucking car on the road.
Yeah.
At a bunch of red lights for a long time. And then a cop get behind you and kind of like, eyeball you like, what are you doing out here?
Yeah, but that was like recession Vegas
Vegas
too.
got
Though.
nothing to do else.
Yeah.
That's like recession Vegas too, though.
No, that's on the outskirts. There's always people on the strip. If you go to the strip, yeah, there's people there all times of the night.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're outside of that shit in Henderson or in Summerlin or in North Vegas, there's times of the night and times of the day when you'll be the only motherfucker on that street because everybody's either at work or asleep or something. There's not a lot of people in Las Vegas. People visit it.
And there's the
Shout out my
which
cousin
is
Jelly,
big.
still lives in Las Vegas.
But then there's also like Palms Resort, which is like far away. Like you got to take a shuttle from there to another place, even to get back to the quote strip and like stuff.
No, but
spread the fuck out.
that's strategic too because they know they can't compete with like the Aria or the Wynn. So rather than building all these amenities,
Palms is tight.
no, but I'm saying they'll put it off the strip. So rather than because it's like we can spend half the money, you trap people out there because then they have to get
Then
like
they have
a
to.
ride into town. So they're like, well, let's just stay at the Rio.
The Aria is sick.
The Rio just got the comedy cellar.
Oh, I've seen that.
They're putting the New York Comedy Cellar in.
That's
in the
dope.
Rio in Vegas. They're making it look like
I know.
one of their rooms.
I'm excited for Vegas, man. I'm gonna go back.
How long are you going for?
When I leave, this time I'm just going from Sunday to Tuesday. But
Yeah.
when I leave this shithole, I'm going back to Vegas definitely because it's a good comedy scene. People can talk shit all they want, and if they do, they just don't know. They've never been there.
I'm going there in a couple weekends. I've never been to Vegas in the past. Friends of mine are going for like vacation. I was like, I'll fucking meet you.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna
It's
check
4
out.
hours away.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I was like, fuck it, yeah. It's like better than driving 7.5 to
And
see
book
it.
some shows for you there, and then have the fun you bring them out.
Yeah. That's what I was like gonna call up or do something or check the fucking mics, just check out the mics and stuff.
Oh, there's an open mic every night, bro.
Yeah.
Easter used to win money for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the mics that are worth money. Yeah, go and fucking try and knock that shit out.
Check out the open dike scene.
I don't know which ones offer money anymore because I haven't been there in a while. Because the last one I won was my buddy Scratch. My buddy Scratch was running it, and he moved back to Florida now. Shouts out to Scratch. He's out there on the fucking radio again. You know?
Shout out Scratch.
Rest in peace.
Hope you got that itch. He's
Isn't that funny? There was a Scratch noise in the background, and then he would shout out a guy named Scratch.
Scratch with a K, man.
Scratch with a K.
Right.
That sounds like a cartoon cat from the 90s. Scratch the Detective.
He kind of looks like Chester the Cheetah sometimes, yeah.
It ain't easy being cheesy. I love when the fucking. You remember when the Cheetos ads just like fucking like jumped the shark when all of a sudden like it was no longer a cartoon cheetah, it was like that weird puppet. It was just like wise.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Do you want to buy this mattress or would you like cheesy?"
Oh,
You're like,
that
"What the fuck?"
was the only good one they had though. When he was on top of the mattress and they made the fort, and he goes, "Password," and dude said it, and he goes, "Very good, sir." I was like, "Damn, that was pretty funny."
I love that Family Guy. Fucking, they got Chester Cheetah, and he's just like bending over his coffee table, smashing up Cheetos. And his phone's ringing. He's like, "God damn, can't stop the ringing." It ain't easy being cheesy.
Dude, they should have had Pink Panther come in and try and steal his shit, and they get in a big fight.
They did the fruit punch dude. Oh yeah! I mean, bust through the wall.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid guy.
Kool-Aid guy.
Fruit punch guy.
I'm talking about when Chester crunches up his Cheetos. Kool-Aid could bust through the wall and like spill Kool-Aid all on his shit and wash it off the table, and then he hit him and cracked his fucking his pitcher and he spill out everywhere.
Cheetos and juice, man.
Oh, dude, that could be like, oh, dude. Cheetos, just thinking about.
I like that he had a thought in his head. It took 4 seconds for Cheetos and juice to hit. It was like,
I just realized I've been having a lot of fucking Kool-Aid and Cheetos lately.
Where the fuck you been getting Kool-Aid?
Dude, they have little Kool-Aid cooler packs. It's just like a Capri Sun, but Kool-Aid flavors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for like $2.50. They were on sale. So
I didn't know that.
I bought it like twice. I had
Are they
Kool-Aid
going
fruit
for
punch, and I also like was having Cheetos at the same
Oh,
time.
I love great.
It's like
Kool-Aid.
shit.
Those are the ones that are like clear on the back?
No, not these ones.
Not those ones anymore?
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. The Capri Suns ended up going clear on the back.
Oh, I was thinking of jammers.
Do you still have to punch the fucking straw through that dumb shit? They haven't upgraded their
I
range.
cannot do that in the dark.
What are you talking about? The dark, of course not. Jesus.
That's
Capri
how I
Sun
usually
that's
have
probably
to
like
fix it.
One of the best packaging.
No, it's not. Now they got that little spout that you can add. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what's up.
The real motherfuckers put that little spout on there.
No, bro, like a coconut water?
Yeah, like that's like they do for like
A Capri
wine
Sun, you
for
crush in
adults.
fucking 3 gulps with that baby ass yellow coffee straw. Yeah, how long do you think it's gonna last if there's like a big mouth, like a
You ever tried to squirt a Capri Sun into like a glass of ice?
Yeah.
How horrible was it? It was gross.
It
It was
goes
not the same. It was
Ice.
it's only good cold out that pouch.
You
Use that
take-
shitty straw.
Yeah.
If you squirt it into a glass of ice, it ruins it. I'm telling you. Yeah.
You
it
can only
ruins it.
have it in like small increments. That's how you can.
That's why they got it in that shitty straw.
Dude, the amount, but like
It's so sweet.
when you got a tight seal on that straw and you can just shoot it into the back of your throat, like at a soccer game, you're just like orange slice, full Capri Sun.
I'm charged. You like things getting shot in the back of your throat. Bang, bang,
I
bang.
didn't realize it was grooming at the time, Foster Dan. No, but that shit is amazing when you're like, when you can feel refreshed from a thing that's like Mountain Blast. You're like, this is nothing but sugar.
Yeah.
Like that wouldn't help me at all if I was like parched nowadays. Like it just make my mouth dry. But when you're a kid, it's like I'm gonna just chug a Gatorade.
Yeah, I mean, I used to fucking crush Gatorade, and now it's just something I don't really drink anymore. I went straight to water, just straight water.
I can do one if it's like hot and it feels something, but only like once a month. You know what I mean? It tastes really, really good.
I drink a lot of athlete's water, as I call it.
I used to think that it was like, that's what I used to call Gatorade, athlete's water. I used to think that if I was going to like, I used to religiously drink a thing of Gatorade before I played basketball, and then after.
Yeah.
Like that was my thing. Like I absolutely needed it. I felt like the electrolytes and all.
Well,
that
they keep
shit.
changing
I
the
don't know
formula.
if the shit was real.
No, it used to be, but it started out as like Pedialyte.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
So,
they
yeah,
changed
'cause
the
that shit.
electrolytes.
Yeah, I was finna say, because it always felt like, man, I would chug that Gatorade and just be like, oh. And then I would drink water later, but it felt like after a game, a cold Gatorade would just bring you back to life. You know?
It's just fake juice. Like that's all it is. It's just juice flavors that you like would enjoy as a little kid. Like the only time I was in Miami and I would fucking down those things because I sweated so much though. Like that, like those were actually helpful because I would like that all that sugar would just get sweated out of me and I didn't like.
The sugar helps on the initial, the electrolytes or sugar or whatever, but it's really just your body wanting water and like it's
hydration.
It's a tasty way to get water. Your body's like, fuck it, I know what to do with this. Like, and it just
I'll separate everything.
Yeah, don't you worry. You just keep them coming, bud.
Yeah, I got you. So now that I switched to straight water, people don't understand. I know it sucks at first. I didn't enjoy drinking water at first. But I'm telling you, bro, because a lot of people are like that. They don't drink water because it sucks.
At all.
It has no taste. It just sucks. But I'm telling you, you get to where your body will make you want water.
Got a Fiji over there.
Even Fat
That's
Tim,
a water.
we've probably said it before on the podcast. Even Fat Tim, every now and then, like, he'll come up and be like, "Can I get a cup of your water, Easter?" I'll be like, "Yeah." I'll pour him some, he'll be like, "Let me get one more." I'll be like, it's like he jogged 5 miles and shit. I'm like, that's your body telling you that you're in bad health. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta stay hydrated, bro.
I remember hearing as a kid when they're like, when you're exhausted and you need to process the water quickly, you're better off to drink warm water or like body temperature water or like even hot water as opposed to cold water because your body spends energy.
Yeah, I prefer it just
warm it
laying
up.
around the house. Like even when I'm having an apartment.
But it took me like 25 years. Like, no, if I'm
I'm
exhausted,
staying at
I
my
want
mom's.
ice cold
Yeah.
bottled water.
Yeah, we keep the bottled water over there, like in the kitchen by the fridge, and you just go over there and pick one out of the top. Because room temperature is perfect for chugging. Ice cold water, you try to chug that shit and it'll lock your goddamn throat up, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurts my teeth. I have bad teeth. I can't chug cold shit.
I've got an expert throat.
Right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, the more you drink water, the more you'll like it. I'm telling you, you'll get to where you'll wait. Like I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, and I'm like, oh my god, where's my water? And I'll chug the fuck out of some water, bro. It's the best thing. And then I'll sleep like a baby until, of course, you gotta piss that shit out. That's the catch-20 about.
Because the
water.
Gatorade's a good thing to have. Like you drink one a month and you have like a bottle for a little bit to piss in.
Yeah.
Like just
But
in the middle of the night.
the thing about water is, like, especially in LA in the
Yeah.
summer, with that heat constantly beating, I have to drink like a gallon of water a day. Then I'm fucking up all night pissing. It's piss torture. It's like, ugh.
Especially in the band, you can't just go to the little bathroom and be
Yeah.
like, oh, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I have to piss in a cup and then open the door, make sure no one's up there, fucking
Dude.
pour it down the sidewalk or something. You know what I'm saying?
I think I had that DVD.
All we
Piss
drink is
torture?
bottled water here, but you ever make the
Never
mistake
seen
of
it.
drinking the tap water in Vegas? It tastes like a 9-volt battery.
The tap water in Vegas, here, fucking Arizona,
Ooh.
all that shit. It's disgusting. I mean, there's a reason motherfucking water is $1 billion industry. Because tap water sucks dick. In Georgia, you can pretty much drink it, you know what I'm saying? But like places like this, you know, you're not gonna
It's
want
always
to
coordinated.
that
It's
shit.
always got chlorine and shit in here.
All right, we gotta wrap it up. Jim Beam's over there fucking going crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the Dukes of Hazzard shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, tell them where you at, Henson.
Shit, I'm right here in Marty's. You can follow me in real life, but if you want to see me online, I don't do much. It's I Got Kyle. Or I'll be following Pam to Vegas. He just doesn't know yet.
Pam, I'm in LA, then in Vegas, and someplace else, and then fucking Patrick O. Miller on Instagram. Patrick has no K.
Thanks, Pam. You know it is, your boy, Mitchell Phillips. At Mitchell Phillips, MITCHELLFILLUP. Instagram, Twitter, get at me. Peace.
You can find me on America's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? Still ducking and dodging these cocksuckers. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hey, once again, we need emails for the Young Cloudy and Rowdy at Gmail. Suggestions, anything like that. Topics, music you might want to hear us talk about. You know what I'm saying? Fashion, fucking
movies, TV.
movies, any type of topic. Once again, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:20 on Periscope, the 420 Periscope, and every Saturday at 4:30, 7:30 Eastern, live on YouTube. Thanks for blazing in and staying strong with the fucking Easter Army in this motherfucker. Y'all have a great motherfucking weekend. Thanks for blazing in. Bang, bang, bang!